Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Louisville Slugger Field in Louisville, Kentucky, where tonight OK City Energy FC takes on Louisville City FC in USL action. Good evening, I'm Bob Valvano. I'll be your play-by-play voice for the evening. I'm joined by former Louisville player, University of Louisville player, Dan Kessler, and we have an interesting match tonight, not only because these two teams are playing, obviously, on a night that is, as you can see on your screen, turning out to be a beautiful night for soccer, but the scenarios for both these teams, Dan, are kind of very similar. Louisville is in fourth place in the Eastern Conference, 20 points, 5-3-5 in 13 matches played. Oklahoma City with 24 points in the West. They are in third position, and both of them coming off losses as they come into the match tonight.
Yeah, both are trying to get back on the winning track. Louisville has lost 3 in a row. OKC is on a 2-game losing streak, albeit 1 loss each to MLS teams.
Crowd standing now for the tradition, which in this first season of this football club here in Louisville includes playing my old Kentucky home, and so the crowd comes to their feet. Louisville City is coming off a match where they set the, when you talk about all-time attendance record, obviously it's their first year in existence, but the last 2 matches have been highs in attendance. They had 7,100 a couple of matches ago and 7,400 their last home match. I'm not sure they'll hit that number tonight, but it looks like another good crowd as the city really responding to this startup franchise here.
It's been beautiful watch if you're here in Louisville, the support that the city came out. Early on, you didn't know what it was going to be like, both the quality on the field and the quality in the work of the front office. Both exceeded expectations. The city has embraced it. A beautiful night tonight, as we were speaking off the air. Churchill Downs, home of horse racing, has a night racing, so that might take a few people away. But we should get 5 degrees. We should get a lot of good people out here tonight.
Should be a lot of good spirit in the crowd. Again, if you can see, you can't see the flags. You watch James O'Connor, the Louisville coach, making his way across the field. He is from Ireland. Counterpart, we go international tonight as the coach for Oklahoma City Energy is Jimmy Nielsen from Denmark. You just saw the players make their way to the center of the field. Louisville in their home purple, and the visitors from Oklahoma City green as these teams come in, as we said, looking to get back on the winning track. You made a good point. Both of them are on streaks, if you will, but one of those matches in both those streaks are against MLS teams in the U.S. Open Cup competition. Louisville losing in Chicago against Chicago Fire, and then, of course, the Oklahoma City team going down against Dallas in their match. So let me give you a chance to get familiar with the starting lineups for tonight's matchup here. First, for the visitors from Oklahoma City, who will be playing a 3-3 formation. In the back in goal is Evan Newton, number 1. The back 4 are Jacob Van de Campanol, number 2. Cyprian Hedrick, number 4. Michael Thomas, number 8. And Christian Duke, number 20. In the midfield, it's Daniel Gonzalez, number 12, Casey Townsend, number 11, and Christian Dalgard, number 7. And the 3 up front are Chuy Sanchez, number 10, Kyle Gregg, number 22, and Danny Koenig, number 9. And Koenig has been on fire of late. He has scored at least a point in the last 5 matches, and he has been playing very, very well right now, including being last week's Player of the Week in the U.S. For the home side, between the pipes, it'll be Scott Goodwin, the goalkeeper, number 1. The back 4, as Louisville plays a 4-5-1 this evening. Brian Burke, who's been playing very, very well for this squad of late, number 2. And number 20, Enrique Montano is back as well, with Connor Shanovsky, number 5, and Tariq Morad, number 6. The midfielders, Kadeem Dakers, number 7, Juan Guzman, number 8, Magnus Rasmussen, number 10, Charlie Adams, number 94, and Aiden Quinn, number 4. Adams and Dakers particularly very, very adept at attacking, and they are among the leaders on this team in shots and shots on goal. And then up front, the man up top, the guy that really carries the offensive load for this squad is number 9, Matt Fondy. Fondy leads the team in goals with 6, leads them in shots as well. 9, and he is you haven't seen them in person yet, Dan, but when you see how they play, they just basically throw it up to him and trust that he is going to find a way to get it. 1-on-3, 1-on-4. It is go get it, Matt, and he finds a way to get it done.
The most important thing tonight is they've got to score goals. They've had a hard time putting the ball behind the net. 320 minutes of play, scoreless. Yeah. So that's going to be the key tonight. And what they've been talking about a little bit, the schedule has been hard for them, a lot of road travel. So it'll be interesting to see if they've got fresh legs tonight, which should hopefully help with the attack.
Yeah, those weren't with us last week, a week ago tonight. I thought they were really fatigued. They had come back from that match in Chicago against the MLS team, and that was their 3rd match on the road, and it was a really, really tough stretch of schedule. And I thought they were a little fatigued, but we'll see if they bounce back with fresh legs tonight. And here is our national anthem. Rousing rendition of the anthem tonight here at Louisville Slugger Field. And there's a tifo being unfurled tonight as well behind the goal. That is in the supporter section for Louisville City FC. This is the Coopers and the Louisville Heretics. You take a look at it there. The Coopers, the Louisville Heretics, and the Cardinal Crew have combined to produce this display to celebrate yesterday's ruling from the Supreme Court allowing marriage equality throughout the country. With these different groups all contributing to the whole, reflects the campaign to bring about marriage equality that has been going on for many years. And appropriately, it was a case brought here in Louisville that advanced with others to the Supreme Court to get things changed. We have multiple different groups coming together today to celebrate love here in Louisville. The idea for such a tifo came from the Coopers, and the Heretics came up with the design, and members of both of these and the Cardinal Crew are there unfurling it and helping spread it out behind the goal. Credit also they have asked me to share with you, going to Jay Kirkman and his family, because obviously that decision just came down, and they spent much of last night and today making the tifo for today's match between Oklahoma City and Louisville. So we've got the stage set. I'll tell you that there's a pretty good breeze blowing, actually, and that may wreak some havoc with some high balls and some crosses. As you look at it on your screen, it will be going from the bottom of your screen to the far side of the field. And we'll see if that plays any. I've noticed in other games here that sometimes the wind will swirl, and obviously the ball's not up there that high, but as a former goalkeeper, I know the wind sometimes wreaking havoc with a high ball does have a little bit of an unsettling experience. So we'll see if in any way that plays a part. You'll also notice, for the fans who've not seen a game here before, this is also the home of the Cincinnati Reds AAA affiliate, the Louisville Bats, and you will see, in fact, the players right there are standing on the carpeted part of the field. The infield dirt for the baseball field is covered with carpet. The pitcher's mound is actually put on a hydraulic lift, and they drop it into the turf and cover it with carpet. In the past, it's been a little bit slicker than the grass, and you keep an eye on that, but by and large, the playing conditions here have been superlative. The players raving about it, and it looks like, with all the rain we've had, the pitch still looks like it's in great shape, Dan.
Yeah, the grounds crew here does a great job going from baseball to soccer, something that's new to them, haven't done it before.
Yeah, they were in the case.
And Louisville takes the first possession. A long ball here by Shanofsky, looking ahead to Fondy. That was dangerous. As we said, that is the key component of their attack. Get it to Matt Fondy and let him work his magic, and they tried right out of the chute there.
I was adjusting because it wasn't close enough.
Got a whistle for something.
I think it was offside.
I didn't see the flag go up, but evidently it was offside. So here's Louisville. That was Shanofsky playing it on the left side there to Guzman. Montano's the one who played that long ball earlier. I misspoke, and there he is again trying the same thing, putting it up there for Fondy. Headed away, and Louisville will get a throw in.
I think what you're going to try to see again, the fatigue, we're going to see if the legs are underneath Louisville coming off a long week, getting back into their normal schedule of things rather than being on a bus and traveling. So I think you're going to try to see them press the attack a little bit more. Going back to, again, I think they're going to be fresher than what we've seen.
I talked to Scott Goodwin, the goalkeeper, and he said they had a terrific week in training and practice, and he was very, very pleased with what they did, and he thought they were going to bounce back with a very energetic effort tonight. One thing about Louisville, scoring first, it's true, certainly for any soccer team, but certainly with this team, it has been instrumental, because when they have given up a goal, they are 0-3-5. They've yet to win a game where they've given up a goal. All 5 of their wins have been off of shutouts, and so obviously that means that they are getting the first goal in that case, and that's been a big, big part of it. I'm sure James O'Connor would like to see him be able to make a comeback win too, but certainly tonight they'd like to strike first.
Yeah, I think they'll take a win anyway. They can get it first, second, behind, whatever it takes. And as they gave up points last week, taking a loss to the New York Red Bulls, when you're at home in any league,
Boy, they have had a couple of near misses with Fondy already. Beautiful ball from Dakers there. Fondy just couldn't get a foot on it. Guy who set that up, Brian Burke, has played very, very well for Louisville. Here's a look again at the replay. Here's Dakers. You see Fondy just on a slide, couldn't get that left foot on it, and it turns into a goal kick.
Yeah, that's one you want to get back as an attacker. You don't get those very often.
Oklahoma City trying to put their first sustained attack together, but Louisville breaks it up. We're going to get a whistle here for a handball, I believe.
Yeah, it was a handball.
Looking ahead that time for Greg. Broken up nicely by Louisville, and they start back. See the very animated coach for Louisville, James O'Connor. He is a competitor through and through, and still could be playing if he wanted to. He's in great shape. He plays with the guys every once in a while, and they said he's still one of the best players on the pitch, and he is very animated on that sideline. They have gone 320 minutes coming into tonight's match without a goal, and so certainly he wants to see them put one in the back of the net early tonight. Good attack here. Broken up nicely, though.
How's it going, bro?
Long ball played. Greg along the right side, broken up, and it will stay Oklahoma City. Thomas with the throw. It's Gonzalez, plays it back. They change fields. Nice ball over here to the left.
Great ball creating width.
Christian Duke on the left. Dacres coming back and doing a nice job to break it up, but it does give a throw in here to Energy. Boy, Burke has been so good, really, the last couple of matches. He's been terrific and made a nice ball there to Fondy. Here's out wide to Dacres.
Fondy did a great job holding that ball.
Dacres tries one. Why not? Puts it on goal. First shot of the match. Taken comfortably by Newton, but again, the mindset of Louisville, certainly, even for a guy who likes to play attacking soccer, he really wants this team to see if they can get untracked offensively in these early minutes.
Yeah, you see the pressure early on. I mean, we've had 2, 3, 4 chances, first on goal, but that's what they wanted to see early, is that kind of attacking pressure.
Again, Burke makes it look easily. A little misstep that time by Guzman.
You can see the ball get held up in the wind there.
Oh, they had an opportunity there. Oklahoma City put together a nice counter there and kept possession for a little bit, strung some passes together maybe for the first time tonight, but not able to get a shot opportunity. Be a throw in for Oklahoma City. Oh, clever little maneuver there, but going to be a foul and a free kick for Louisville, and they restart quickly here. Burke's got a lot of room on this right side. Shanovsky changes fields. Charlie Adams. Broken up, and Oklahoma City tries to start a counter, but Louisville wins it right back.
Good change of play there.
Dacres maneuvering through traffic. He'll try and put one on goal. He and Burke have worked so well together on that right side, and you can see them again creating some opportunities early here. Certainly, I think, in these first 8 minutes, Louisville's had the better of the play, but here's a nice takeaway here. The shot just goes wide. Terrific effort that time by Sebastian Dalgard.
That's why they call it the beautiful game. There you were just saying, controlling everything, and then 10 seconds, bam.
Take a look. He makes a, after I've just been talking about how well Burke played, has his pocket picked and then blasts one. Goodwin did well, really had everything closed to the post there, but still a good opportunity. First good one for Oklahoma City. Nicely taken coming back there by Montenot. And again, Louisville out to the right side for Burke. And Dacres, they're going to work together again. We'll give and go, and Burke's got an opportunity. Oh, right on the doorstep. Great work by Dakers and Burke there. A little 1-2, and Burke waltzed in. Louisville almost put an end to that scoring drought. Louisville has had a couple of, as a former defender, you can appreciate this, Dan, just a couple of lapses, for lack of a better word, in the back where they just have made some mistakes that have wound up in the back of the net. It's all of them have contributed one time or another. Just for a team that's played so solidly for the overwhelming majority of the season, they just had a couple of possessions, kind of like the one where you saw Burke have his pocket picked a short while ago after he's been playing so well early, and they've paid for them. But that's what they've got to try and avoid tonight, those momentary lapses that wind up right on the scoreboard.
And I love that. That is the difference of the type of player. The top players, they don't make those mental mistakes. Some of it may have been fatigue, being tired, because as you know, that leads to some mental mistakes.
Nice possession here. Dalgard does well. Has it back again now. Tries to turn, but broken up and taken away. Morad plays it to Quinn, and now the Louisville starts out, but again a careless pass, but great hustle to keep possession there. And here we go again on the right side. Burke looking for Dakers. They want a handball, not going to get it evidently. If they were putting that to vote, I think they had enough. They had a majority, but the one guy who they had to convince didn't think it was a handball. Adams has a little bit of room. Broken up powerfully. So that left little doubt about that one. Goes all the way back to Goodwin, and Louisville will regroup. Start out again. Looking for Fondy. Dakers little back heel to himself. Dazzling move right there. Got style points if it didn't translate into any shot opportunity.
This is where you're seeing Louisville attack, putting the pressure on.
Oh, Dakers did a nice job there to win that ball. Put it in an attacking position, and the shot is blocked.
This is where O'Connell has to be happy. Again, Louisville stepping up, pressuring, creating some of those mistakes themselves by putting pressure on the ball.
Montano looking for Dakers on the cross. Louisville keeps possession. Much sharper early. You could see in that last match early, these same passes were just a half a count late. A player wouldn't come to meet the pass, and they turned into turnovers. Here they're doing a much better job of time of possession, sharper early.
Yeah, the shape of Louisville looks really good. They're shaping and spreading out and creating space for those passes.
And there you see a little bit of that slip on the carpet we talked about. There's a ball that, not sure who it was to. They all looked at each other and wound up being a turnover.
Trying to make them look good, and a little mistake.
Well, as we said, though, certainly more energy, but no pun intended, the Oklahoma City energy, trying to counter that right there, and they pick up a foul. You take a look again. And the ball going back to the team in green.
Yeah, I can talk.
Oh, kept in nicely there by Dalgard, but still Louisville forces a turnover, but Oklahoma City wins it right back. Determined run there. Play on.
Fans, please direct your attention to the video board at section 122. As a very special guest has the opportunity to fulfill a lifelong dream.
Quinn trying to chip one there.
At a professional sporting event for a day.
But
Dave
just
Brown's
a little
been
bit
battling cancer for 8
too
years
far,
after
runs
being
out of
given
real
only
estate.
2 years to live.
Does
Fans, if you need
number
a refill,
9, the
head
leading
over to
scorer
section
for Louisville, Matt
122
Fondy.
to purchase an ice cold beer. Congratulations, Dave, on your courage and your fight.
Goal kick coming from Newton.
Newton had 4 clean sheets before their 2-1 loss to Sacramento. He's going to be tough. Obviously, he's a great goalkeeper. And again, as we said earlier, both coming off losses. Oklahoma City was playing very well before their 2 losses. 7 wins in a row. Obviously, a very capable team.
Dangerous ball, but nicely headed away. Kept in, though, by Oklahoma City. Chuy Sanchez plays one back. Dangerous ball, and Goodwin is there. Great ball, though. Goodwin loves to do this. The quick counter. He is always looking off the save to start that counter, maybe as much as any goalkeeper I've seen so far this year. He is looking for that right away. It's something that they work on. You can see how quickly they try and get it up to Fondy. But a nice save there. Ball played ahead to Thomas. Thomas put it on goal, and then nicely saved by a Goodwin. That was the best chance of the match I think we've seen.
For sure, it's a good build out wide.
There's another good ball right there. Look at that. Headed back. Beautiful.
That's
little give and
space.
go here.
Too much space.
And it's in the back of the net. Beautiful job by Oklahoma City. Some very, very
OKC goal
effective
scored by number 7, Sebastian Dalgard.
first time passing, and they put it in a perfect position and beat Scott Goodwin to his right. Take a look again. Watch this beautiful one touch there, and then the ball driven low and hard into the back of the net. Scott Goodwin disgusted there, and again Louisville has really struggled when they've given up the first goal, and that is what they have done tonight on that bit of very, very impressive passing that time by Oklahoma City. But you were talking about you thought they had given them too much room.
Yeah, obviously there was something breakdown, and defensively they weren't talking. That forward, Dalgard, just way too much space.
Can they make an answer tonight? First time, if it were the case, Louisville will have given up the first goal and gotten anything better than a draw. They are 0-3-5 in games where they have given up the first goal. And their scoreless streak, of course, continuing now at 338 minutes and counting.
It's one of those things, Bob, you said it earlier, mental mistakes. You got to chalk that goal up to a little bit of a mental mistake without communicating and breakdown and marking, leaving too much space inside the box.
Yeah,
for sure.
You could see Goodwin's frustration, but it was a dazzling bit of passing there. That was, you saw the tail end of it on the replay. That was the back end of about 3 passes strung together, first time touches, and put perfect position, and not easy, kind of doing it in tight quarters. Burke looking for Dakers, but too far. Dakers trying to win it back, and he is going to win a throw-in out of it, I think. Nice job by Dakers.
Get good pressure, creates a mistake, see if they can capitalize.
Quick restart. Boy, it would do so much for them to get the equalizer.
Right there, right? It says auto.
Yeah, I think so. You don't think the players are sitting there going, oh gosh, we gave up a goal, that means we lose automatically. I don't think that's in their head.
Well, this
Get
team,
one back.
This team has great determination. They showed that in the match against the MLS of Chicago Fire. But still, you know this. You were a player. I was a player. It's one of those things like the more you think about trying not to think about it, the more you think about it. And the minutes keep mounting here with nothing to show for it.
Yeah, frustration.
Dangerous ball there. A little bit too far, though, and it'll be a goal kick for Louisville. But again, a little bit of room there for Oklahoma City.
And again, if you know O'Connell, he's not an excuse type of guy in terms of the travel, fatigue, too many games. He's all about let's do it and make it work. So this week of practice, focusing back on getting their legs back underneath them, putting together a routine to come out. So I know they're disappointed, obviously, anytime you give up a goal. This one probably they wanted, talked earlier, to put the attack on, and then to get something, kind of a mental breakdown. It's got to be frustrating.
Oklahoma City has done a nice job, though, of staying patient. They were kind of on their heels early. Louisville really took the attack to them, but then when they were able to win the ball back, they strung some passes together and put a couple of good opportunities together. They had one before, the one that actually found the back of the net.
Yeah, it's kind of like that first 10 minutes or first round in a boxing match, you kind of feeling out, see what they're doing. You can tell they kind of adapted to the pressure, playing out of it a little bit better, crisper.
Fondy always so aggressive up front. Not able to find any room so far early in this one. Here's a nice give and go, but a little bit too far, and Goodwin off his line to take it easily. And he'll start to counterattack the other way. Looks for Burke out wide, and Burke to Dakers. You'll hear that a lot tonight.
I've kind of noticed Fondy has gotten a little quiet. First 5-10 minutes, he was getting a lot of touches. He's got to find that space again like he's trying to do right now. I was about to say earlier where the Newton is in goal in Louisville at this time of night have been really hard on the sun, but as you can tell, the sun is set, or not set, some clouds have come in, so that's kind of taken that away.
Louisville tries to regroup with Shinosky. Plays it out wide to Burke.
Hey, change the filter to
Shinosky in the middle to Quinn. Quinn plays it out wide to Montano. Montano's got a little room to go forward, and he does. He's going to try one. It's underneath that one and sails it over the right center field fence, which is good in the other game, but not in this one.
You appreciate him taking the initiative to attack, try to take the player one-on-one, which he was successful at. Maybe a little bit ambitious on the shot.
Got the impression from that shot, from Daker's shot earlier, that James O'Connor has kind of told these guys, let's get after it. Let's stop trying to look for the perfect goal and find a goal. Perfect example, the goal they gave up to Chicago that ultimately cost them that game was a deflection, just a kind of a broken play in front of the goal, and it deflected, and Goodwin could do nothing. And you know what? They would take one of those right now, without question.
Yeah, any pro player would take anything to break up a no-hitter or scoreless, anything. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to happen. They put it down at 1 in the score sheet. They don't put it down 1 very pretty in the score sheet.
That's it. There's a saying in golf they use, there's no pictures on the scorecard, right? And it's the same thing in this game.
Appreciate that with my snowmans every day.
Broken up by Montano, but it'll be a throw-in. Townsend. Casey Townsend.
35-4.
Now he's going to relinquish the throw to Thomas. Broken up by Louisville. They try and start a counter. Charlie Adams.
That's good soccer. Quick touch,
Yeah.
1-2 touch, small space, play out.
That's what
beautiful.
they were missing. Here's a through ball attempt for Quinn, but it's going to go a little bit too far. We're going to get a whistle, though, here. Let's take a look at it again. Dan, I really didn't see what happened there. Oh, he played back. Can't pick it up. Played from his own teammate. I thought Quinn got a piece of that, or Fondy, actually. It was not. We were looking for Fondy, obviously.
Yeah.
And that is going to be Louisville with a free kick from right on the front door. Wow.
You really don't see that very often, where the referee catches it or the mistake even happens.
Well, this will be an indirect, which is why it's not a penalty kick, of course, but still, what a dangerous place. Louisville trying to figure out where they can attack as Newton jamming the goal with his teammates. Obviously sealing off that near post. Let's see what Louisville does here. Very unusual play. You'll watch 20 matches and not see that. Chance! Goals! Beautifully set up. And Louisville finally breaks the drought with a perfect set piece.
Louisville City goal by number 10, Magnus Rasmussen.
Magnus Rasmussen with a beautiful goal. He is the guy that scored the very first goal in this franchise's history, and he ends the long drought perfectly executed with all the defenders in the right side of the goal just pushed across, and he plays it between the goalkeeper Newton and the sliding defender. Makes no mistake with it. And Louisville doing what you got to do, Dan. When the other team makes a mistake like that, you got to put it in the back of the net.
You have to, especially being that close inside the penalty box. A beautifully scripted play. It looked like they had done that before in practice, so it makes O'Connell very happy. Well developed, well played, and well put in the back of the net.
Really took his time. Good strike. Nice ball delivered by Fondy, and Louisville takes advantage.
Sometimes when you get that close, the angle's shut down.
You know,
it's hard.
It really is. I was thinking that. Sometimes it's so close, there's no room to work. There's so many people. But Louisville did a terrific job, and again, the beautiful finish.
The ball actually gets played back a yard or two to create a better angle, and he puts it in top of the net.
Yeah,
outside the
a
wall.
little bounce in the step here. Daker's attacking now. See if Louisville can build on that momentum. Oh, Montano with a mistake here, but still not out of danger.
Got to walk far post, wide open.
Oh, well played coming from the back. That he can't believe it. Oh, he's looking at his teammate wide open there. And Townsend says, if I could just deliver that one, we might be up 2-1. Take a look again. Townsend coming in. He sees his teammate coming, but nicely played by Shinosky.
Yeah, you don't see it there on the. Sorry, Bob, on the replay. He was wide open.
Again, though, and what caused it? The
bad turnover.
The turnover in the back. They've been so solid in the back, and then on occasion so kind of careless in the back as they were right there.
Yeah.
Another dangerous ball. Very dangerous ball.
Offsides.
The flag is up.
Kind of waited a little.
Louisville, yes. But getting dangerously close again. A lot of holes in the back. Take a look again at this one. Boy, Goodwin did well to save it, even though it was a dead ball at that point. He got a left hand on it, just enough to deflect it off the post. Again, dangerous here.
Good pressure.
Boy, I'll tell you,
flirting there a little bit.
I am not a fan of tap dancing in that particular part of the field. You know, I mean,
and again, this is Oklahoma City creating the pressure, making the mistake.
I know you want to keep possession, but boy, you make a mistake right there, you are hanging your goalkeeper out to dry.
Yes, yes. And again, that's the back line. They got to communicate to each other. They got to let each other know what's happening quicker. Don't assume anything.
That's what's interesting, because one of the things that Goodwin, I know James O'Connor, the coach, feels very strong about, is that he thinks he's a really good communicator, which I could not stress enough for a goalkeeper. That's your job, man. You got to be a traffic cop. But I think that's why he's mad. I think he feels like he's given directions and they're not being followed to his liking. Again, Dakers and Burke with a little 1-2 there. Boy, they do work so well together.
It's one of those things that these are, as you say, work well together. When you have a week of practice, you can get back to developing that. You have fresh legs again. You're just not trying to recover from the game before. You have the ability to work a little bit more. So you should see some of that more in tonight's game for Louisville and even for Oklahoma City, for that matter.
Back to Newton. Louisville has only given up more than 2 goals in a match once this year, and that was in a high-scoring 3-3 draw with St. Louis. Another mistake here.
Terrible.
Oh, my! What a stop! Terrific play by Goodwin, who is bailing his defenders out. Take a look at this. That is just a careless ball by Montaneau, and that's a wonderful strike there. But Goodwin with the right hand, and he can't believe it, as he thought he had a second goal for Oklahoma City there. That is a really difficult shot for a goalkeeper, and Goodwin plays it brilliantly.
Once again, mental mistake. Flub, great shot. The awareness to know where the keeper's kind of out. Incredible save.
Goodwin with the punch, not out of danger yet, though. Nicely played that time, and now Louisville's got a little room for a counter. Here's Dakers. Still Louisville's possession. Rasmussen out wide. Good choice there. And they're going to change fields again. Can he keep it in play? He will. Dakers to Burke. Come all the way back here to Shanowski. Burke looking for a 1-2 again with Dakers. Tries for the cross. Oh, nicely headed. Good opportunity there. Boy, the Louisville offense working so hard down that right side through Dakers and Burke. Look at this ball by Burke, Dan. A beautiful cross. And then Rasmussen trying to get his second of the night. Magnuson, excuse me. No, Rasmussen trying to get his second of the night. Get a little excited myself there.
Burke is having a lot of success down his wing for sure. Creating space, having some nice crosses in there. It's about as good as you could have done on the head from that position.
'34th minute. We're all tied at 1 here on a beautiful night in Louisville. Again, a long ball from Burke to Dakers, who's going to try and make something happen. Beats his man. He's in the box. Maybe, as you called it earlier, a little bit overambitious with that one.
The dreaded shot and throw in. But once again, you're attacking. And again, O'Connell might like it. Keep giving the chances. You never know.
You know, as a player, you score a goal, the momentum just changes, and Louisville, since that goal, has really had the better of it, and here they come again.
Yep.
But this is what happened early. They had momentum, and then Oklahoma City, patient, looks for their opportunity, gets a counter, and then winds up on the board. And now they put together a nice counter right here. Although wonderfully won back there for Louisville. Play on is called by the referee. Got a player down for Oklahoma City, and they'll stop play here for the first time tonight. That is number 4, Cyprian Hedrick. He's had a good match tonight as well. He's been very active on the right side and the back. This one, though, not exactly sure when it happened, or how it happened, I mean, but obviously seems to be in a great deal of pain right now.
Now, can you tell me that you're moving?
Gives us a chance to remind you about a couple of things here. If you visited the new USLsoccer.com, get the latest news and live stats. Check out the new social media hub as well at USLsoccer.com. Very exciting and interesting year already so far. We're not even at the halfway point.
What are you saying?
Louisville in the standings is got the second best goal differential in the East behind the very, very stingy Rochester Rhinos. The Rhinos have played 13 matches and given up 5 goals all season, which is astounding. They have a plus 12 goal differential. Louisville at plus 8, having scored 20 and given up 12, now including the match tonight, 21 and 13. And a costly loss for them last week, though, against the Red Bulls. Had they won that, they would have stayed within 1 point of Charleston for 3rd place and 2 of Richmond for 2nd place. Now they're being nipped at their heels by New York in 5th and Pittsburgh in 6th. And why is that significant? Not only because the top 6 make the playoffs, but when you look at this Louisville schedule, their last 12 matches, only 4 are at home. This is the 2nd game of a 4-game homestand, and then they go on the road for 8 of their last 12. So they need to kind of build in a little bit of a cushion there, and right now that cushion is not very big.
Yeah, that last week, again, you don't want to give up points at home, any. And when you have 4 at home, you want to walk away winning every single one, or at least getting points out of them, especially, as you said, at the end of the season with a lot of road games. So, again, off the week, this is a very important game.
Yeah. Oh, a giveaway here. Louisville forces the turnover. Here's Fondy with a chance. Fondy plays it back to Dakers. Dakers going to look for a cross. I'm not sure what that was exactly. It looked like he kind of mishit it a little bit. Not sure who he was looking for, but broken up by Oklahoma City. But Louisville going to get an opportunity here.
Louisville creates a lot of corners this season.
Corners
45
for
alone in
Cancer,
the first
sponsored by
half.
Caldwell Banker McMahon in support of
Just
the
gotta take advantage
Foundation
of
for
those
Cancer
goals.
Research.
Well, we are thrilled about that because it is Corners for Cancer. Every corner kick raises money for the V Foundation for Cancer Research, jimmyv.org. Good dangerous ball there. Headed down, but right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Newton. But again, Louisville getting some pressure here, making a little bit of a push since they scored off that set piece.
It was a quick restart, creating some havoc.
Did he do it?
Duke. Ball played out of bounds, and Duke will get a throw. Christian Duke.
You can see some of the OKC players getting frustrated with the carpet, slipping a little bit more than they're probably accustomed to.
Broken up by Louisville. Guzman plays it to the center, but Fondy has it knocked away, but Louisville wins it back. And here's some room to work here now for Rasmussen. Rasmussen plays it ahead. Fondy drives it. Goal! Well, I'll tell you, Fondy is tireless. Watch how much ground he covers here. Senses the opportunity. Rasmussen with a beautiful ball. Fondy with the left-footed strike puts it in the corner. And that is goal number 7 on the season for Matt Fondy, and Louisville has erased an early 1-0 deficit to take a 2-1 lead. And again, beautiful work by Rasmussen there. He waited, was able to maintain possession, gave Fondy a chance to run the space and put the ball in a perfect position.
Exactly. You almost thought he had no place to go, but he was able to hold the ball, let Fondy do his work to find the space, and then Fondy finds the space, poor angle, scores. That's what he has to do. It was a great shot.
I like Burke's mentality. Not that you want to play boom ball, but you know what? When they're a little bit they're getting a little amped up now as well. They know they've given up 2 goals. They want to put the pressure on, get it out of trouble. You know, I can't help it as a goalkeeper. I always feel better when the ball's down at your end than when it's right in front of me.
Put the pressure on the other side for sure.
Make them make a play. I mean, you certainly want to maintain possession. And I know the skill of the players to maintain possession is where the game's won and lost. But sometimes you got to just be smart enough to get it out of danger. And sometimes I think Louisville gets a little too cute in the back.
A lot of that is your mind thinking you can do it, but your feet not being able to.
Not having time and space to do it. That's the bottom line. So Louisville, as we said, trying to do something they haven't done all year, get a victory where they have given up a goal. They go 0-3-5 in matches where the opposition has scored. And here's another mistake in the giveaway. Good pressure by Oklahoma City. Nicely broken up by Burke, though. That was a beautiful touch there and really was in dangerous position right inside the arc. Here's another look at the goal. Rasmussen sensing that Fondy's coming, holding, and then puts it right there. Perfect timing, and he has enough space to put it in between the defender and the goalkeeper in the corner, and a beautiful goal for Louisville.
Great far post shot. Keeper leaning into the near post. He has the sense to go far post on him.
You can't say enough about Rasmussen there, too, really. That is, that's a small window he has to put it also to give him a chance to find a shooting angle, and he put it right there.
Yeah. Fondy gets the result with the goal and gets it on the sheet, but the creating it was what's key.
Burke doing a nice job. Low, hard cross. Broken up, but he'll win a corner for his team.
Corners for Cancer, sponsored by Caldwell, Banker McMahon, and support.
This is a tricky place to take a corner because we talk about the carpet here in the other end of the field, the baseball diamond, but in that corner, that's really what would be the warning track for the baseball field. Doesn't show as well on your screen as the infield does, but he's taking it from the carpet there. And guys, when they go to plant that foot, don't always get a solid strike on the ball the way they'd like. Good one here, though. Dangerous. Montano, nice ball. Broken up, but Louisville's going to keep the pressure on here. Taker's going over to the left side now. Still keeping possession. It was a smart play. Dakers was not going to be able to keep possession, so rather than concede a goal kick, he knocked it over the sideline to generate a throw, and maybe Louisville can keep the pressure on and get one more opportunity before the half.
You hope you can lock him in here.
So much room over here for Burke if they can change fields. They create some room on that side. Adams, low cross, but Newton comes over and wins it.
They've obviously has seen the width as a place to attack on both sides that Louisville is. More coming down the sides than it is through the center.
Takers has some room there. He called advantage. I'm not sure about that. There's going to be a card, I think. Referee originally called play on. If you take a look, right here, he's going to call play on because he thinks Dakers has the advantage, but then changes his mind, does the official, and comes in with a yellow.
Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that either. Why didn't you just call the foul in the first place?
Yeah. And then what's the yellow for?
Right. But Louisville with a dangerous opportunity here as we're getting close to stoppage time.
Oklahoma City's number 12.
We're in the 45th
Daniel
minute.
Gonzalez.
Daniel Gonzalez is the one called for the yellow card.
See if they can take advantage of the set play.
I'm not sure anybody touched that, so it'll probably be a goal kick here. We'll see how much additional time we have. Probably won't be much because maybe a minute. So I only remember the one injury with for the very short duration there.
The clock is stopped.
Show you right now, 3 minutes.
Official time is being kept on the field.
Stoppage
The
time
center
here.
referee has added a minimum of 3 minutes of extra time in the first half.
Good when you see him slipping there as he plays it off the carpet, but put it nicely to Burke.
Something you have to think about when you play back to him. Simple slip, ball goes under his foot. It's one of those
Adams,
things, knowing your surroundings.
Nice touch by Adams to Burke. Dangerous spot here, but nobody running on from the back.
It looked like he had time to turn.
A lot of work there to win it back. Louisville winning more than their share of 50-50 balls in the last few minutes.
There you go, create the width.
Burke, Adams to the center. Fondy looking back for Adams, but broken up. And here's what Oklahoma City's been most dangerous, off the counters, but that's going to be too far, and Louisville will get a throw in. Good idea, though. Looking out wide for Koenig. Koenig, by the way, has been awfully quiet for the most part. Koenig has come into the game the leading scorer on this team.
Yeah, that one opportunity where he's wide open, created space, they just couldn't get it to him.
He's got 9 goals on the season, Koenig, so he has certainly been proficient at converting the opportunities he's been given. Closing seconds here of the first half. We are, as you can see on your screen, in stoppage time. 3 additional minutes was added. Time being kept on the field right now. We've got to be getting awfully close to the halftime break here. An interesting first half. Louisville trailing 1-0 early. They've come back with 2 unanswered goals. One off of a free kick when the ball was played back to the goalkeeper for Oklahoma City, Newton, by his own teammate. He had to pick it up, leading to an indirect free kick from just about 10 yards out. And then a beautiful goal created by Magnus Rasmussen, finding a great run on his left side by Matt Fondy. A great delivery, and Fondy burying it in the back corner of the net, and that made it 2-1, which is where we are right now.
And that's the first time that Louisville City has scored multiple goals at home since May 16th against Toronto FC.
Yeah, these fans were thirsting for some goals, and they got 2 in the first half. And that elicits a resounding cheer from the big crowd on hand on a beautiful night here at Louisville Slugger Field.
OKC Energy.
A deficit is turned around, and the home team will head to the dressing
Be
room
sure to visit the
with a
Louisville City
2-1
Merchandise
advantage
tent
at the
located
intermission.
next to the West Gate to get your Louisville City gear.
So we shall take a halftime break, and then we'll be back with more. Louisville City has a 2-1 edge over Oklahoma City Energy at the half here in Louisville.
Press stop.
Five minutes. Yeah, it was
Answer your phone. I said, you see, how are you? You see where those numbers are over there, the yellow numbers? The scoreboard numbers? Okay, right next to it, to the left, is Vision Works. Run through there, go up the elevator to the left, and get the headphones. You got 5 minutes to get back. Hurry up.
Whenever it comes time, just remember that we've got most of our things down there.
We got what?
The waterproof bags or whatever. I gotta sit down.
Yes, you do. Mr. Wobbly.
And the wind was doing it.
Well, you were like...
I was trying to dance, man.
I was seeing you move. I was like, son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I kept taking steps. Well, sometimes it's because I'll rearrange it to where this isn't in my way. I had to keep on stepping around this.
Yeah, you can. I mean, don't make that fall off.
Yeah.
It's like really close. Yeah, there you go. And then you give me the thing. You never set up my shit.
I'm sorry.
Waking up. Y'all fucked me up.
I ran out of time. I thought I got it both. I switched the places both
We
places.
should have came back earlier. Way earlier.
Champions is your pre- and post-game destination this season. More than 30 beers on tap, great food and free parking. And the biggest HDTVs in Louisville make Champions the spot to grab a beer with friends before Louisville City FC matches. Located downtown on the corner of 3rd and Jefferson. Champions, where Louisville does sports. Corners for Cancer, $25 will be donated for each Louisville City corner kick. $100 will be donated for each City FC goal scored directly from a corner kick by Caldwell Banker McMahon to benefit the V Foundation for Cancer Research. You can support Corners for Cancer and the V Foundation for Cancer Research at jimmyvlouisville.org/corners.
Oh, nice.
ISCO Industries is a leading global supplier of high-density polyethylene plastic pipe, piping products and accessories, and pipe fusion equipment. Employee-owned, headquartered in Louisville with offices all over the world, including Australia, Canada, and South America. ISCO is proud to be a sponsor of the Louisville City FC. Visit isco-pipe.com to learn how ISCO provides total piping solutions to customers across the globe.
That was not a good.
El Imador Tequila is the #1 selling 100% agave tequila in Mexico and proud sponsor of Louisville City FC. We invite you to join the celebration, but please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Brown Forman Corporation here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Dude, this tripod is bad. I couldn't even get it to raise up whenever I was fucking with it.
Searching for a banking partner that's locally owned, offers quick response times, and provides the level of personalized service you'd expect? Look no further than Your Community Bank, an official corporate partner of the Louisville City Football Club. Stop by one of our 16 Kentuckiana financial centers today or visit us online at yourcommunitybank.com. Building relationships, committed to our customers, investing in your community. Your Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Strengthen your game performance through specialized programs designed for your sport, position, and personal goals. Baptist Health Sports Medicine offers a variety of on- and off-season programs led by certified athletic trainers with advanced degrees in sports medicine. Your unique program will focus on enhancing speed, agility, flexibility, and appropriate nutrition planning. To see how our team can help your team, visit BaptistSportsMedKY.com. Baptist Health Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine team for the Louisville City Football Club. Humana Inc., headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky, is a leading health and well-being company focused on making it easy for people to achieve their best health with clinical excellence through coordinated care. The company strategy integrates care delivery, the member experience, and clinical and consumer insights to encourage engagement, behavior change, proactive clinical outreach, and wellness for the millions of people we serve across the country. Louisville City would like to wish a very special happy birthday to Jonathan Fantoni.
Cows are beautiful.
Are you gonna take pictures of it and send me them?
I'm not gonna send you them, but I'm taking pictures of them.
I'll send you the other ones, man.
I sent you the other ones?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I guess I gotta keep it going.
Yeah, dude, you gotta stick with tradition. How'd you put the focus thing on? I don't like that.
I thought you wanted the...
I did, but yeah, I ended up.
You don't like this song?
It's alright.
Do you like the girl doing the video? Have you seen the girl?
Nah.
Oh, watch the girl. If you look up the actual video, right next to it, 2004.
Really?
It's a girl like with the water hose. It's so fucking funny. She does a lot of videos.
This is how I show my love. I made it in my mind because I blame it on my
I'll show you what I sent my girlfriend.
This is how an angel does. Blame it on my own surprise. Blame it on my ADD, baby.
How much time do we have? Let's get geared up. Let's have a 3-second half, guys. I said let's have a good second half, guys. Can't be in the rest of the first half. God dang. It was swearing not to the beginning.
Waterfront 4th, fueled by Thornton's.
It's getting cold up here now.
Celebrate Independence Day with WHAS 11 on the Great Lawn.
The family fun free celebration starts at 5. Then at 8:30, Teddy Abrams leads the LO in a concert of audience favorites with special guests Ben Sollee and 1200, followed by the Louisville City FC fireworks show. There's no better way to celebrate the 4th of July.
Louisville Orchestra Waterfront 4th, fueled by Thornton's.
Louisville City fans, don't miss out on our next home game at Louisville Slugger Field 1 week from tonight on Saturday, July 4th, as your Louisville City Football Club host the Richmond Kickers. Free fireworks will follow. You can stay in your seat inside Slugger Field to enjoy. For more information about tickets and group outings, please log on to LouisvilleCityFC.com.
I did take it.
She's got it all, but baby, is that really what you want? Let's go, so you got your head in the clouds. You made a fool out of you, but she's bringing you down. She made the
I said that to my friend. I'm gonna tell him that's not me.
now rumor has it she ain't got your love anymore. Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
And then there's the big rubber button on the other side.
I guess that's the reason that you stay. I heard you listen me.
Okay.
Telling people things you shouldn't be.
And then we're not gonna be able to hear anything. We're not talking.
Haven't you heard the rules?
Yeah, go up to your camera and I'm gonna show you. Excuse me, hurry up and go to your camera right now. Go to your camera, I'm gonna tell you something. Go to your camera and I'm going to tell you something. Hurry up!
Rumor has it I'm the one you're leaving. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Okay, so you see to your left, all the way to your left, there's a Remax sign. Point your camera to the Remax sign. Yeah, point your camera to the Remax sign. I know.
All these words.
Point your camera to the Remax sign. Something white. Okay. Zoom in on something white. Okay. All right. Now, to the very front left side of your camera, there's a button right behind the lens. Okay. Press that button. The front, not the back. Not the lens. There's a button. Press it.
Fans, as a reminder, for the comfort of all spectators, Louisville Slugger Field is a controlled smoking facility. Smoking is not allowed in any of the seating areas or any part of the concourse. For those fans wishing to smoke, including electronic cigarettes, we have designated an area on the Preston Street patio area on the third base side of the ballpark for your smoking pleasure.
Yeah, press it and it's white balance. Alright. Okay. Now, the only other thing is, the only other thing you need to do is, there's a little skinny bar. Yes, he does. Hold on a second. Did you just say something? Yeah, say yes, I'm here. Press your headset and say I'm here. Okay. Now there's a little bitty skinny thing next to the zoom, next to the automatic zoom right behind the camera.
You said auto zoom? Yeah. Press auto zoom?
No, it's the iris. You know what the iris is? Yeah, not the lens. Yeah, he's gonna ask you to go up and down on it, iris up. When you iris up, you just make it brighter. When you iris down, you make it darker.
Okay, but how do you do it? I see where it says iris, but how do you do it?
You just move it up and down. Or no, actually put it on auto.
Back here at Louisville Slugger Field, we're ready to start the second half with the Louisville having a 2-1 lead. The scoring in the first half, Oklahoma City got a goal in the 17th minute from Sebastian Dalgard, who was assisted by Christian Dale, and then Christian Duke, excuse me. And then Louisville answered with a goal off a set piece by Magnus Rasmussen, assisted by Matt Fondy. And then they flip-flopped, returned the favor. In the 39th minute, Fondy scored, assisted by Rasmussen, and that's where we are. We'll give you the stats as we can work them in here, just getting started in the second half, where you see Oklahoma City moving from right to left on your screen. Louisville plays it back to Goodwin, who plays it out to midfield. Fondy looking for Dakers on the left side.
The good thing is when a midfielder scores for Louisville, they're undefeated. They're 2-0-2. So they've got that going for them with Rasmussen.
Here's Adams with a lot of room. Adams plays it across, broken up, but not out. Adams will keep it. Nice overlapping run there, played across, dangerous ball, but nicely played by Newton, and he starts the quick counterattack. Dangerous ball to the middle, but broken up very confidently, and Louisville starts a counter, and that's onside for Fondy. Fondy's shot goes wide, though. Boy, that was a great opportunity for Fondy. Louisville in the first half had 10 shots. Oklahoma City had 4. As you take a look at this opportunity again for Fondy, did a beautiful job staying on side. Not his best strike there, although he was under some pressure. Both goalkeepers made 2 saves. Both teams had 2 corners. And as we said, Louisville scoring in the 26th minute by Rasmussen, 39th minute by Fondy, negating the goal in the 17th minute by Dalgard, and that is the story of the first half. 1 yellow card. Daniel Gonzalez had the yellow card for Oklahoma City. No substitutions made yet in the match, as the beautiful evening continues here. Wind blowing as you're looking at it on your screen, from the bottom of the screen to the top, basically. Left to right if you're in Oklahoma City's case.
You don't get many 75-degree nights at the end of June in Louisville. No humidity whatsoever.
It is. It's a perfect night. Ball played over the touchline, so Louisville will get a throw, keeping the pressure on here early. Seen a lot of really aggressive long balls by both teams here all night long, especially early to start this second half. Antino, nice move around the defender. Looking through for Fondy, but nicely broken up. And Oklahoma City now starts the counter. Townsend on the right side, looking for Chuy Sanchez, but Louisville breaks it up, and they'll try and start back. Getting a little physical there, and I believe Quinn thought he was retaliating, but he may be the one who gets called, and now everybody has an opinion on it.
Yeah, his elbow definitely came up a little bit too high. The referee's going to decide. Just talk to him. Looks like he's just going to give him a talking.
Take a look at the replay here. He thinks he gets fouled right there. There is no call. And then you see right there a quick elbow to the face, and that elicited the whistle and the foul.
Yeah, we have replayed. The card should come out. There it goes.
So one card now for each team. Quinn getting the first one for Louisville on the match.
Don't know why it took 5 minutes to give him
I'm
the
not
card.
sure. That was a strange play
The yellow card
to begin
issued
with.
to Louisville City's
Didn't you
number
think
4,
the initial
Aiden
play was a
Quinn.
foul?
I did.
And he didn't indicate the advantage rule. He just didn't call it. And
No.
so Quinn took matters into his own hand. And see that for you youngsters out there? It's never good business.
They always get the second one.
Take justice into your own hands.
Yep.
So free kick now. Thomas will set it in motion. Drives one into the box, headed up in the air. It's still very dangerous there.
They're calling a penalty. He pointed to the spot.
You called a penalty kick on that? Really? Wow. Well, we'll be watching the replay. Let's see here.
Comes out.
It's a dangerous ball. There's the ball. Oh, my Lord. That's listen, I know we do Louisville's games, but that's a terrible call. You can't call a penalty kick for that, can you, Dan? You're a defender.
No.
Goodwin cannot believe it, nor can I.
Your arms are all over each other.
Guys are having a
Fighting for
wrestling
space.
match in there all the entire time. I'm not sure he can even get to the ball anyway. It's headed up, and it's going to be probably Goodwin's ball coming off the line. Here, watch it again. Oh, that's not a good call.
The referee, he had it. He called it right away. So what he saw, there was no wavering. As soon as he went down, he pointed straight to the spot.
Well, you were right. You said penalty right away, and I did not think that was going to be the call, but it is. And here's the kick, and we're tied at 2.
OKC goal scored by number 9, Danny Koenig.
So there is the guy who has been the goal-scoring machine for this team, Danny Koenig. He makes no mistake with this one. Goodwin guesses to his left. Koenig shoots it to Goodwin's right, and I'm not sure even if he guessed right, he gets that one. That was a beautifully struck penalty kick, and Louisville finds themselves even now. Oklahoma City fighting back. This has been a back-and-forth affair. 2-2, although that one I've editorialized enough, but I don't think that was a particularly egregious foul to be awarded a penalty kick. But nonetheless, that's what it is, and we're 2-2.
That's definitely beautiful spot kick, upper V, upper net.
That is goal, by the way, number 10 on the season for Koenig. He has scored in the last now 5 games. He has scored a goal for this team. His streak continues. And we'll see what the momentum does here. Does Louisville fight back? Does Oklahoma City seize the momentum?
Louisville has given up more goals in the second half, giving up 7 goals to the opponents compared to just 3 in the first. It was one of those things. Again, the referee saw it. He didn't waver whatsoever. Went right to the spot.
Beautiful possession for Louisville. Dangerous spot here for Fondy. Plays it across to Dakers. Now to Burke. Dangerous ball there, and the shot just goes wide. That was a terrific possession by Louisville. They strung together about 7 or 8 beautiful passes, and the good night continues for Rasmussen. Here's Burke. Puts it in a perfect spot. Rasmussen, second touch, takes a shot and just goes by.
It's almost like he was expecting it not to get to him, and it kind of came up onto him late and curled it wide.
You know, even though there was no question earlier in the match, as Louisville starts a nice jailbreak counter here, everybody coming. Chipped across looking for Dakers. Dakers tries to chip it back looking for Fondy, not able to get it to him. Quick restart for Oklahoma City. Chewy Sanchez on the throw. Putting a little pressure here on Louisville, but they win it back. And a giveaway. Townsend. Back for Gonzalez. Now all the way back for Thomas. Headed out of trouble and now winds up at the foot of Monteneau. Looks long. It's onside.
It's the second time he's kind of flubbed there at the end.
Well, that is unusual for Fondy. The first one, he was really under pressure. This one, Monteneau with a good ball, and Fondy doing terrific work to stay on side, and he's got a lot of room. Bounces a little bit away from, actually, he was pressured more on that than I thought he was. I thought he didn't strike it, and it actually was knocked away from him, and it's a corner kick. So that makes a little bit more sense, because Fondy does not make mistakes in those situations very often.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't want that ball go off his knee.
Played off the line beautifully by Chewy Sanchez. Louisville staring a 3-2 lead right in the face there.
That's why a lot of coaches like to have that post player on goal.
Take a look. Kicks. Monteneau nicely played across. Quinn heads it down right there and actually gets it off the head. And then just a nice touch. It's by the keeper, Newton. But Chewy Sanchez calmly off the line, saves a goal right there. Careless here this time for Oklahoma City. Can Louisville take advantage? They do! Fondy again. Mistakes in the back. Wind up in the goal. Both teams have fallen prey to that. But again, tip your hat to the fine work on the delivery. Monteneau.
Assist to number 20.
You know, once again, it starts with the pressure that Louisville put up top on their defense, creating the mistakes.
Take a look at this delivery by Monteneau, though. Did a terrific job. Here it is. There's the mistake. They win the turnover. Monteneau with the left foot right on the head of Fondy. Even though he's pressured, he's strong in the air. Heads it down into the corner. No chance for Newton. And Louisville's back on top 3-2.
Yeah, big time goal by Fondy to climb up top, get your head on it, redirect it. Well played.
Looking for him again here. Here's Dakers with a little bit of room.
And again, I'm sure that's something that James O'Connor said in the room at halftime. Pressure, keep it up, get our width.
There's a dangerous play right there, a dangerous ball, and Louisville did well to win it back. Now they're again looking forward to Fondy, who's on side. He's going to be able to get to it. Fondy back to Adams. Plays it out wide to Burke. Here's a dangerous spot. He'll win a corner. The shots stacking up now for Louisville. 12 shots for Louisville, just 5 for Oklahoma City.
For Cancer Research.
Fondy has 5 shots in the match, 3 of which are on goal, 2 of which have gone into the goal. A big night for number 9. Hard in-swinging corner kick, but nicely played out of danger, but they're completely out yet. Dakers wins it back, and Louisville will keep it. Dakers beating his man. Doesn't get much on that cross, though. Oh, my goodness, that should be a penalty kick, and it's going to be. That's Thomas with a... There's no other way to describe it, Dan. It's just a foolish play right there. His teammate's going to play it out of trouble, and he just pulls down Fondy.
One of the most obvious obstruction calls you're going to find. Steps right in, takes him down. Again, referee, no conviction, right to the spot. No makeup call whatsoever. It was a well called foul.
One of those things I've noticed, though, what I started to say before, is when an official has made a call early in the game inside the box that ultimately leads to a goal, it seems to me he's more likely to call another one later. It's like he's opened the floodgate.
Yes.
And now this is the third call he's going to have made that could lead to a goal. One penalty kick, one indirect kick from 10 yards out, and now this will be the second penalty kick. Louisville looking to add to their 3-2 lead. It'll be Rasmussen. Easy as that. Left-footed, back right corner. Newton Guest left. Rasmussen having a big night tonight.
By number 10, Magnus Rasmussen.
That's a great goal celebration. I've not seen that one before. Puts it in the goal, celebrates with the Louisville Coopers behind the goal, and then heads to home plate and pretends he hits a home run.
Another well-struck spot kick.
That's the first time I've seen that goal celebration for Louisville. Why not celebrate? This team had gone 330-plus minutes without a goal, and now they've got 4 in 60 tonight.
Looks like they just gave Oklahoma City's Michael Thomas a yellow card. We're going to double check on that for sure. Obviously for dissent of something he said. Was after the goal. Again, well struck. Shook the keeper one way, he went the other, nice and low.
Well, this is a team that's got a lot of bounce in their step now. Look at this. Fondy again, dangerously close to getting through there. Oh, that's going to be a foul there. He's reaching in his pocket. Yep. That's just frustration, no doubt about that. Take a look again. It's
OKC's number
obvious.
9, Danny Koenig.
Koenig with a running start, leans in the back and lays the hammer on Burke. But they're losing a little bit of their composure here, Oklahoma City. The one that led to the penalty kick a moment ago was a foolish penalty, and that is not going to be as harmful, of course, some 60-plus yards out. But still, they're not going to come back with those kind of lapses in concentration. Here's Dakers looking for Fondy. Fondy sliding into third there, basically, but not going to help him in this game.
That was great. Fondy on the head. Drops it down beautifully.
Take a look again. Here it is. Burke, who does this so well, puts it in a dangerous place. Dakers controls it nicely, splits the defenders. Looking for Fondy, just a bit out of reach. Comes Dakers again. And that's going to be a foul. Oklahoma City is really showing their frustration now.
And it's surprising. I really don't know why they need to do this. They got a call in their favor. Got a penalty kick. Their guy obviously fouled. They might not think that. I don't know why they're kind of jumping off the cliff here right now.
You see what I'm saying?
He said he saw it.
I know.
Again, they don't give up a lot of goals. They've only allowed more than 2 goals once. That was against Seattle.
Sanchez, did he just get booked? Not sure what happened there exactly.
Might be another 5-minute talking to. Yeah. He's just kind of saying no more. Letting Sanchez give his piece for a minute.
Louisville with a potentially dangerous spot from which to make a free kick here. Adams. Tries for a little 1-2 there with Guzman a little too far. Turns it into a goal kick.
Obviously, a practice play went awry right there.
There's a lot of yellows showing right now for Oklahoma City. 3. Jacob Van Kempenol's got one. Danny Koenig's got one. Daniel Gonzalez has one. Louisville has one on their end. Aiden Quinn. Dakers does well to play that back, keep control.
At this point, when you're Louisville and you're up 2, obviously this is a game that is in your pocket right now. You really can't do anything to lose that. Don't give them a goal. They always say sometimes a 2-goal lead is the hardest lead because you give up one and back the team has that momentum. So you got to watch yourself here a little bit. And you don't want to take your foot off the gas.
Fondy wins a throw out of it. His work rate is off the charts. He really is. And that's one of the reasons it was missing last match. He was really, I think his tank was empty from that Chicago Fire match. And last Saturday, he didn't even finish the match. They substituted for him. And I think that was a good move by James O'Connor. Let him get his legs back. This young man's having quite a match as well here. Montano on this side. He's the one that delivered the beautiful ball to Fondy for the header for the goal. And he's been really putting some pressure on defensively, as well as making some creative offensive moves as well.
I think you said it right. The work rate of everybody on the field right now for the Purples is what is...
Oh, dangerous here, though. All sorts of room, and the shot just goes wide. What an opportunity that was. Oh, my goodness. Take a look again here. That's Dalgard, who's already got a goal in this match. Goodwin did very well, though, to come out and give him no angle. That's where you have to make a decisive move as the goalkeeper and decide what you're going to do. And he came out and was just closing the amount of space he had to shoot it and made him shoot it wide. Offensive fireworks on display a little bit early for the 4th of July holiday here in Louisville. 6 goals on the board tonight. And we still we're only in the 67th minute. Here's another chance. Rasmussen, nice ball to Dakers. Dakers drives it, and he scores! Rasmussen did some magic work there to control it, and then gave it to Dakers in a place where he seemingly had all day. Dakers didn't exactly drive it, but with the left foot, put it in the perfect spot. And that's the 5th one to get past Ryan Newton tonight, and Louisville has a 5-2 lead. Dan, you're their lucky charm. You're going to have to come back. Here it is again. It's a perfectly placed ball. He didn't exactly rip it in the back of the net, but a beautiful placement there, and no chance for Newton. The frustration mounting for the Oklahoma City keeper.
As I was watching and he was on the new turf, the fake turf, I was wondering what he could do. I was really expecting him to fall over, and it almost was like the defenders was giving that space because they kind of didn't really know what he was going to do, and all of a sudden he did almost slip and put it in the back of the net.
I'm not sure why they gave it. There was so much time and space for that part of the field. I was really surprised. They kept waiting for somebody to close in on him, and he just turned and took dead aim and rolled it along the ground low and to the left of Newton, and it was more than good enough.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Newton should look at the defense and go, come on, guys.
Corner here for the Oklahoma City Energy. You get the feeling the scoring might not be done yet.
No, I really don't think so. Again, O'Connor all week had legs, had time. Everybody was able to catch their breath, and I've said it a few times today. You know, if you play soccer, which most of you watching have, your legs are the key. And if they're not underneath you, you can't do what you want to do in practice, let alone the game. And again, going through this before the game, we expected Louisville to have the legs to come out and pressure and do what they've done. And again, what you were saying, the work rate of everybody on the field has been pleasant to watch.
Burke with a good challenge there, but there's going to be a whistle and a free kick for Oklahoma City. Getting a little chippy now. Got to be careful. There's already been 4 yellow cards in this match. 15 fouls, 8 on Louisville, 7 on Oklahoma City.
I guess if you haven't scored in over 300 minutes, when
Yeah,
you do,
this is like
let's go crazy.
This is like sailors on shore leave here. Dangerous ball by Chewy Sanchez.
It's almost like I forgot how much fun this was.
Yeah, this is when the game is fun. There's no question. Nice ball by Sanchez. Creates a corner for his team. Hard and low. Not particularly dangerous there, though, but they're going to keep possession, Oklahoma City is. All the way back to Townsend. Now they're going to, thought they were going to change fields, but they keep it on the right side. Onside. There's going to be an opportunity. Nicely defended, though, and played out. And there's Fondy again.
Kind of break we got.
All sorts of room up in the front. That's Fondy up there, excuse me. Nice ball played to him by Rasmussen. Rasmussen's got some room. Oh, nicely defended in the back there.
Offsides.
And all that for naught because it was offside, as you suggested there. Going to have a substitution, the first substitution here of the second half.
OKC substitution entering the game. Number 25, Michael Biscoe. He replaces number 11, Casey Townsend.
Coming on there.
Casey Townsend is coming off number 11.
Number 25 for Oklahoma City is going to be Michael Biscoe. And he'll be taking Casey Townsend's place. Fondy nicely defended that time by Jacob Van Kempenol, really just shielding him from the ball, giving him no chance to get to it. And Oklahoma City will start out with Ryan Newton sending a long ball, headed to the middle. It's going to go all the way back to Scott Goodwin.
Yeah, at this point, being down 3, you're going to put in offense. You've obviously got to try to create and score goals. So you're going to look at bringing in fresh legs.
Montano there again and played nicely to Fondy, and then a quick series of passes, and Louisville's on the go again. Fondy takes it to the middle, drives one, but that one over the top. A little disgusted is Mr. Fondy, but he's certainly done his share of work tonight. 2 goals and an assist. And again, Montano, though, really, I think playing one of his more solid games in the back there. He's defended well, and as significantly, he's delivered some beautiful passes, including one right on the head to Fondy for an assist and a goal earlier. Fans, a reminder, become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content. That's USL Facebook for all the fans of this very entertaining and interesting league that has already put together some great moments, and we're not even halfway through it.
Looks like the referee is coming over and talking to Nielsen here. Don't know what he's doing. He's now, we've got a player down.
That is who, number 7?
What the fuck is this?
Is that Dalgard?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Will you call a timeout?
I don't even know what could have possibly happened to this guy. I think he just fell down.
Dalgard down. Fondy pleading the case.
Well, I think you said it a little bit earlier. It's the composure. I really kind of think OKC had I guess a standing 8 count, if I could use that analogy, and they came back a little bit dazed and confused and rattled and complaining more than playing. I think they just got to hold their wits about them and get back to what makes them a successful team.
We're going to have another substitution here.
OKC Energy substitution entering the game, number 19, Michael Harris. He replaces number 10, Jesus Sanchez.
Michael Harris going to come in, take Chewy Sanchez out for Oklahoma City. Got to be a little disheartening. Oklahoma City scored the first goal, then got it to even at 2-2, and on the road you're trying to get something. You're trying to get some result that gets you a point at least in the standings, and you're staring at an opportunity at least for a draw. And all of a sudden, bang, 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 and they find themselves down 5-2
Twitter
just
handle at LOU City
15 minutes left in the match. It's a little disheartening, and they certainly, as you said, showed their frustration there a little bit. Really made a couple of bad decisions, including the one that led to the penalty kick.
They're 1-2-2 on the road, so they're not terrible on the road. They're getting points on the road. But again, this is a great atmosphere. This is a brand new, as you said, crowd. Great support, and that's why Louisville has to take advantage of these home games.
Ooh, nicely played there, and a good, quick leap, but not able to get ahead on it. That's, you played soccer. I remember watching an instructional tape when I was in high school from the great Pele, who said, that's the key to head balls. You got to jump first. So that was, you can see that right there. He was the first man in the air, but couldn't quite get ahead on it.
And Pele got paid millions for that.
I can't remember guys' phone numbers, but I remember that from a high school instructional video.
Again, now if you're Louisville, now you want to see if you can win. You can close them down, manage the time, manage the game. Let's just not give up a goal. Let's just say we can manage these minutes.
Yeah, you're right. As you were a defender, as we talked about earlier, you want to just say, listen, when it's time for us to close out, we can play rock-solid defense and not have breakdowns. Even if you do have a 3-goal cushion, you do want to establish that. That's a great point. And they don't want to make a foolish mistake in the back and have it turn into a goal, even if they are comfortably ahead right now. Takers on the right side. Plays it to the middle, but easily played out that time. Takers gets it back. Looking in the middle for number 10, Magnus Rasmussen, and it will lead to a corner kick for Louisville. What was that? 6 shots from Fondy, 5 from Rasmussen, 3 from Dakers.
And support of the B Foundation for Cancer
Terrific
Research.
offensive output here. 18 shots for Louisville City today. And there's so many things that, if assuming this result stays the way it is, significant for Louisville. They will have won after being scored on, which is the first time that's happened all year. They came from behind, which they haven't done that all year, obviously. Ball played in the middle, headed out.
Again, Louisville gets back very well here on the counter.
Nice ball. It's got to be a foul. No whistle there. Or is there? I can't tell with where. To be honest with you, folks, we are behind the right corner, diagonally opposite that play. So it's the official's about 600 feet away from us. I wasn't completely sure what his gesture was, but Louisville will take possession. Rasmussen.
And if you're Louisville right now, again, coming off of week, you know that this week practice was beneficial. As a player, you know, all right, what we went through training, it worked. We saw it executed on the field. That's great. Now we have another week to do the same thing before our next home game. So that confidence in this last 15 minutes, they've got to carry that through for this week's practice as well.
Well, that's what I started to say. Not only coming from behind, but scoring 5 goals today after they had been shut out for 4 straight matches. you feel like, hey, you don't want to go into a match thinking we're going to give up 2 goals, but if you do, you feel like, you can get some offensive fireworks going yourself, and it had been so long since they did that. And boy, they got it from the guys they needed to tonight. Fondy, Rasmussen, Dakers.
Yeah, the players who have to, exactly.
Nice run here. Nicely broken up, but still going to turn into a corner kick, and it was a good attacking run that time for Oklahoma City.
And again, Louisville's got to, as you said, feel confident getting obviously 5 goals, because Evan Newton had 4 shutouts in league before the game against Sacramento. So this team is very good defensively.
Yeah, this is a solid team defensively, no question about that. Fondy doing a little bit of everything, coming back there, playing defense and breaking up that cross, and then looking to take off and try and start a counter. But Oklahoma City wins it back. Here's a cross again, headed out, and here's an opportunity.
It's kind of what you need to do as Fondy, almost like a Wayne Rooney-ish type, where all of a sudden you see him back in the midfield.
Here comes a card. That's a red. He's done.
Yeah, he came in studs up straight. I don't know if the replay is going to be able to see that.
Let's take a look at it again. That was just
chomping down.
Yeah, that is intent to injure, and the official says, I've had enough of that.
A red card.
Dalgard gets the instant red card, and he is gone.
7.
Sebastian Dalgard, who scored the match's first goal, that seems like days ago, in this 17th minute. And he is finished for the night. He had 3 shots in the match, scored a goal, and now he will force his team down 3 to play the waning minutes of this one with just 10 men.
Again, it's one of those things as a player and a fan, as why do you need to do that? Again, you're down 5-2. Now, not only are you out for this game, you've got the next game. You're in your offensive third. It makes no sense. And if I'm an OKC fan, I'm a little disappointed in that. That's, as we talked about earlier, mental lapse. That's just not needed.
Yeah, listen, it's not unusual where both sides will find some reason to complain about the officiating, although tonight, in all fairness, I think they have some legitimate beefs, both sides. I think they do. But having said that, you hit it on the head. If I'm an Oklahoma City fan, I'm saying, fellas, there's going to be nights like that, and you got to find a way to play through it. And this thing was still very much up in the air, even after Louisville took the 3-2 lead. And then a couple of just complete breakdowns, mentally, focus, anger, temper tantrum kind of things that at the professional level, there's no excuse at any level, but certainly at this level. And now, whatever slim chance there may have been has been compromised. They'll play
every
with
minute
just 10 and obviously go home with no momentum at all when it looked like they might get out of here with a result that at least gave them a draw.
OKC substitution.
Yeah, every minute is important.
Number
If you're
6,
gonna
Danny Delgado.
get in the funk for 5 or 10
number
minutes
22, Kyle Drake.
over a penalty kick. Again, that's professionalism. You have to be professional in that manner to fight through that. It's not like as you said, you're out of the game. You're not playing poorly. But now he makes a decision that only hurts him for the next game. And you sit here right now, you could argue that the game's out of reach. So what have you really proven as a player to rip the guy down? It doesn't make sense. And again, I'm Oklahoma City. I'm scratching my head a little bit.
Dangerous ball back to the keeper, but nicely played by Newton. Wild shot there by Dakers. Dan Crisandre Delgado has come into the game for Oklahoma City. And, listen, when you see a team a lot more than another team, and obviously we only broadcast the home teams here, certainly don't want to make it look like we're deliberately skewing it to the home team, because you and I were talking at halftime when we were off air. We were really impressed with this Oklahoma City team, and they've got some firepower. They were defending very well. They were very patient early on in finding spots to put counterattacks together. We know they've got a terrific goalkeeper in Evan Newton, but boy, when the wheels came off tonight, they just flew off for them, and they were never able to get it back on the rails.
Hey, you're not close to the top of the table in your conference by being bad. 7-3-3 means you can play. And they came in, and as you said, the game was tied all the way through. And if it's just one of those nights, or things didn't go your way. Again, Louisville, they might not have known what Louisville was coming into in terms of, hey, we're better than what we've shown these last few games. We've, again, using the fatigue as an excuse. And Oklahoma City just kind of got put back on their feet for a little bit. And a good team, you got to capitalize on that. Again, you've got to, as you said earlier, Connor saying, just score, just shoot, just try something, and you create the attack, create the pressure,
Handspring throw-ins, you don't see those very often. Very entertaining. It doesn't translate into anything as Louisville comes up with it.
Right there, play out of pressure.
Yeah, that's
They've
nice.
got space, they've got time to do it, but once again, have the skill to be able to play out of pressure, keep control.
Beckham thing?
Oh, is it? Yeah, it blew my mind.
Oh.
Just now, just trying to put it together.
Thought Adams was going to
Make it go fast.
get called for a foul there, but nicely done by Oklahoma City and Peter Toth, who managed to avoid the traffic, but still turns it over, and Louisville secures possession. Man of the match announced here at Louisville Slugger Field is number 9, Matt Fondy. Not all that surprising. A stat-stuffing game for him. 6 shots, 3 of which on goal, 2 goals and an assist for Louisville's leading scorer. He had a terrific match tonight.
He did, and we've used the word work rate a lot today, and he definitely had that. He was a horse coming up and back, creating space. Even had a few more opportunities. He kind of flubbed a little bit. But you want that from your striker.
But you notice he set the tone
Yes.
that they were going to attack tonight. That was really the mindset. After not scoring for 3 matches plus, they were going to attack, and that's what they did, and he set the tone there. And now Louisville happy to just keep possession and let that clock run off.
Early, Charlie Adams coming in from the wing, pressuring a lot. Dakers doing a lot.
Dangerous ball here. Louisville may not be done yet.
There it is.
There it is!
Yes.
Fondy with the hat trick.
Louisville City FC goal by number 9, Matt.
Once again, they've been successful down the wings all night long, creating space in the middle. Fondy and others have been able to find that space, and most importantly, put it in the back of the net.
Take a look here. Good work done by Burke, as he's done all night. But a little discouraged side defensively. No pressure, no challenge, and you can't let Fondy waltz around right by that penalty spot and not expect to pay the price.
Exactly, Bob. 1-on-3, and he puts in the back of the net. That defensively,
Tonight's attendance.
that's throwing in the towel.
Another good crowd here tonight for Louisville. 6,646 as Louisville remains among the leaders in attendance in the league and certainly in the Eastern Conference, and doing themselves very proud. And boy, those people got themselves a belly full of goals to take home.
You know, it's great to see the fan, not even just here, but looking at Oklahoma City before the game and looking at their fan turnout in Oklahoma City is great to see, and the investment that ball club or that club is putting into that city is great. And the sport, as we all know as soccer fans, growing and growing and growing. It's just tremendous to see. Obviously, being in Louisville, one would not think that we could have this here, and kudos to Louisville City for doing what they're doing, and to Oklahoma City as well.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money renovating Taft Stadium for their second year in the USL, and it turned into a beautiful place. They're still finishing it. They're not quite finished with it yet, but making a nice commitment there. So this league had over 600,000 fans come out to watch matches last year, and this year looks like it's going to grow even more. So a couple of the franchises at the forefront here tonight in that movement. Nice to see.
You know what the great thing is too is they want more. Some of the clubs, they want more. I mean, obviously MLS is obviously the shining star, but even more in their city of growing the sport as in general, not just for them, but in youth, high school, club. They're going into those roots and giving back to the cities that way. And that's another great thing. As professional soccer grows, those players will then become coaches of these kids that are the next generation players.
Waning moments here on a very pleasant Saturday night, much more pleasant for the home team than the visitors. They put a half a dozen goals on the board, led by the man of the match, Matt Fondy, who has been outstanding. A hat trick for the leading scorer, and they were trying to get it up to him for one more.
I think we need to teach Louisville fans a little hockey and throw out some
wondering-
hats on the field.
I was wondering if they were going to throw some hats, but they did not.
But the city merchandise is too valuable to throw out into the field.
Fondy tries to play it back to Adams.
You know, Fondy's getting all the goals, obviously, but as you said earlier, the wing play, Adams.
Whoa! Montano was like, I'm having a night tonight. Let me see a left footer. I'm going to smash this one toward that upper corner and just put it a little bit too high. But he's had a terrific match as well. You don't get 6 goals without a lot of guys playing well. He's played well. Burke has played well. Dakers has played well. Rasmussen has played well. Fondy, my goodness, you can go right down the line.
Yeah.
Almost everybody. Adams has had a solid match.
And defensively, it's solid as well. I know it's 2 goals. You don't like to give up 2 goals, one of which is a penalty, which we kind of thought was a soft penalty. Not too many real hard scoring chances. So defensively, again, the guys have to go back to the locker room and feel real proud of how they did. And again, if I'm James O'Connor, you know, as I said, he's not going to use fatigue, but that's in his press conference. He's going to say fresh legs. He's going to say we're able to practice. We're able to do the quality things to get our mind back into the game.
Well, that's an interesting thing there. When I was talking to Scott Goodwin, the goalkeeper, I mean, that was the point that we both made, really, was that not only is it legs, but it's a mental fatigue. You know, they played and concentrated so hard in that match against the Fire to keep them off of the scoreboard. It wears you down in every way. Here's an opportunity in the waning moments. Shot is blasted high. Tries to get on the board. We're in stoppage time now, and that is going to be it. The official says 90 minutes is enough tonight, and Louisville, with an overwhelming performance tonight, gets back on the winning track with a 6-2 victory over Oklahoma City Energy. 20 shots for Louisville tonight. 20 shots, 6 goals.
Your Louisville City FC tonight.
Scott Goodwin called on to make 2 saves. Louisville getting 5 corners in the match, keeping the pressure on all night long, and just wearing down the visitors tonight and getting out with a 6-2 victory.
As your Louisville City Football Club hosts.
Something you don't expect is 6 goals going into a game. It's something you try for, obviously, all the time. At the end of it, 6 quality goals. I don't think many, if any of them were soft goals, obviously PK you could say is. But when you can put 6 quality goals, move the ball the way that they did, keep possession the way they did, capitalize on the flanks, which they did, creating space, and Fondy and the others inside. Defensively, keep shape.
Thanks again,
Connor's going to be very happy with the result. If it's 4-3 or 3-2, getting a win right now at home to keep pace. As you said, the people behind them, nipping them in the heels on the table. Getting those points is important to separate themselves from New York and to Pittsburgh.
James O'Connor walking off the field, applauding the supporters here as well he should. Another impressive crowd on a beautiful night. And that one's in the books. As we take a look again at the one that really got it going for Louisville. This broke the scoring drought. Beautiful ball from Fondy to Rasmussen. And then here was Rasmussen returning the favor, waiting for Fondy. Here he comes on the left. Puts it right on the money, and Fondy buries it in the back corner. And that gave Louisville the 2-1 lead. They would fall back to a 2-2 tie. But then a beautiful ball there, right on the head of Fondy from Montano. And Fondy put it in the corner, and that was the second of his 3 goals. Here's a penalty kick from Rasmussen, who ran to home plate and decided he was going to go try and hit a home run here. And that was the one that you and I talked about, really indicated that Oklahoma City had lost their composure a bit. It was still a 3-2 match at that point. They were still very much in it, but they took a frustration penalty there. The ball really wasn't even in that dangerous a spot. And then Rasmussen put it in the goal, and then the rout was on, and Louisville winds up with 6 goals and a 6-2 victory. Denver, just what the doctor ordered for them.
They needed it. Second home game. They kind of threw an egg last weekend. Now they get a week off once again to get back to the practice pitch and see what they can do. They've got to win these games and keep climbing the table.
So there you go. Louisville runs their record now to 6-3-5, 23 points in the table for the Eastern Conference team. Oklahoma City suffers their 4th loss of the season. They go to 7-4-3, 24 points in the West. For Dan Kessler, this is Bob Valvano. Thanks for joining us tonight. Your final score again, Louisville City FC 6, Oklahoma City Energy FC 2. Good night, everybody.